Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Quest Center. We've been gone for quite a while, but we're back. So, and really not much for news. There are some like new video games coming out and all that, but nothing really big for us to really talk about much. Um, just a couple of things. But our main topic of today, though, is we're going to talk about Infamous Second Son. That's really the only one that we've played. But I mean, we loved it. So it's going to be fun to talk about. For some minor news, though, yeah, we'll start off with one of mine is Splatoon. They had a Splatfest recently. I kept forgetting, but I never like talked about the first one and who won and all that. I don't know if you remember.
It was
But
the Pokemon starters, right?
no, it was the first one was what would you bring in a if you were stuck in a deserted island? It was a gear, grub, or
Yes.
fun.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think we both said grub, but it was gear that won
Lame. What the
in
heck?
the end. I know. Yeah. And then but yeah, then there was the Pokemon starter types. Grass, fire, and water.
hmm
Which one would you have chosen?
Honestly, water. I always have like a soft spot for water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just always they water type Pokemon like starter always kind of like caught my eye. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
always usually picking like water. Except for this one, if I do play it, I'm gonna pick fire because the other two look kind of lame. So
Are you talking about for like Pokemon or
yeah.
no, Pokemon Violet and
hmm
Scarlet? You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I was thinking about choosing fire at first for the Splatoon one, but for some reason, the party was kind of like go with water, But and I did. I chose water for the Splatfest.
hmm
For the Violet and Scarlet,
Yeah.
I am thinking about choosing the fire type. Part of me, the grass type is kind of drawing my attention a little bit more, but I don't know. If you're choosing the fire though, then I'll probably just go for the grass though.
I mean,
We'll see.
just get whichever. Because honestly, I don't think I'm gonna play it. um, I did get it for Susan, but
Hmm.
um, I'm like, I don't know if I should play it or not. I never played the RCS one, so I was
Hmm.
like, I'll see though. Maybe like in a year or two, I'll play it.
Yeah, we'll talk about the game in a
Yeah,
bit, but but yeah, I chose water for the Splatfest, and water did win
nice
the
Team Water, bro.
Splatfest. Yeah,
Team Aqua.
yeah, too awkward. Yeah. So yeah, that was a little fun thing. I didn't get to play it much on that Splatfest, but yeah, it was cool. Um, and then what was it? Oh, well, yeah, talking about Pokemon. Um, Violet and Scarlet came out. We both haven't played it yet, sadly, but we'll get
Did
to
you get it?
it. No, I haven't gotten it
Oh, you
yet.
haven't
Which
gotten
one
it.
did you get?
We got Scarlet.
For Scarlet? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Something.
gonna get the Violet because I would assume Susan really wanted that one, and then she texted me like, "Oh, I really want to play Scarlet," and I was like, "That's weird." Like, okay,
Yeah. It was honestly a tough choice for me because like a part of me really thinks Scarlet like looks really
hmm
cool, but then something about Violet though just keeps catching my attention the most.
I think it's the
It's
box
weird.
art. I like the purple. I think that's what
Maybe.
it is for me. In the end,
Yeah.
honestly, to me, like the only difference would be like the what types of Pokemon you can get, but
Hmm.
I never really looked into it with this one, like to see which ones you can get. But as long as I
Hmm.
can get a Dragonite in this one, I'm fine. I don't care. He's always gonna be in my team.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, but reviews did come in, and people are loving the world building, the story, the Pokemon, even the what is it that new like crystal?
I think it was like Terra something.
Yeah, yeah, Terra something. People are really liking that, and I heard some interesting things about it too, of like how it can really change up
hmm
your um uh like your team and all that, which is interesting. But the biggest thing people talk about though is there's some fucking glitches going on
Have you seen
in
them,
that
dude?
game. Oh
They're
my
fucking
dude, it's
crazy.
insane. Like, oh my god. I was literally like, what the heck happened here? I thought they would have had it down or something, but I guess not. I mean, it's not on them.
I'll say this right now:
Um,
there are so many glitches and bugs in the game. It's weird because people are laughing at them, right? They're like, "Oh, like this is so funny" and stuff like that. But if this was any other video game, that was not Pokemon, fun, friendly, whatever, I think they were gonna bash on the game, like, oh, this game is literally unplayable and all that. And I
mhm,
was like noticing too, is like everyone's like making fun of the videos, and I'm like, how are you guys okay with this? Like that shouldn't be like that. And then the
mhm,
frame rate drops, and I'm just like, you guys are okay with it? I mean, at the same time, the the Switch isn't as powerful as the PS5 or the Xbox. So I guess
mhm.
they'll get that passed, but I don't know. I don't know how Nintendo let this, like, oh yeah, just go ahead and release it. It's like, no, that's unacceptable for me. I was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna play that.
Oh, yeah, I know. And then that's one thing I haven't gotten either is because I thought maybe
Mhm.
they'll patch it up
Yeah,
as we go
I don't know
along.
about that one.
Yeah, and so then I'm kind of like, and it kind of sucks too because like I want to see the starters evolution and all that.
Mhm.
Like I kind of want to see some stuff, but then I also kind of want to avoid it.
Oh yeah, that
uh,
when the game came out, that's the first thing I did. I was like, I want to see what they end up evolving into, and I was just like, well, the fire type is probably like my favorite one. So I was like, if I get it, I'll get the fire
mm,
type.
okay, nice.
But yeah,
But
some of the glitches are pretty hilarious. Honestly, it's so weird.
mhm. Yeah, but what you mentioned though, like some people are kind of like laughing at it. It is kind of crazy though. Like that's like some reviews though. I just keep hearing like it's the glitches are really
Hmm.
bad, but it never like
They let it
stopped
slide.
me
That's
from
the thing.
loving the
Yeah.
game. Yeah, and so yeah, that is
Hmm.
kind of insane.
And
I
it's
mean,
not.
I
I mean,
guess.
it's not like glitches at all. Like, oh, it erased your file or it's unplayable type thing. It's just like the animations. That's pretty much what it is.
Hmm.
And well, I guess which is
Yeah.
fine because I'd rather have an animation bug than a fucking a bug that I can't advance in the game because I can't pass it for some reason. But yeah,
Hmm.
Susan's been playing it and she's like, look, it looks so funny. Like she's like having fun with it. And she's like, it's funny. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, if that wasn't God of War, that would not be funny. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm laughing my ass off on all
Mhm.
these memes that are coming out like on Twitter that I see. And I'm just like,
Really.
dude, it's crazy how they let all this like I don't know. I just don't understand how and why they just like, oh yeah, just release the game already. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Hmm. But yeah, that's some pretty crazy
Yeah.
news. um, then you mentioned God of War Ragnarok. That one
Ooh.
also a game that came out. Um, we haven't played it yet. You haven't played it, right?
I've
You played it?
I've been playing
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'll get your thoughts in a second, but yeah, but I haven't played it. I still need to play God of War, the one before this one.
it.
We'll see when I get to it. I don't know. I think I might play it next after I finish Wolfenstein. Like,
You need to pass
I
that
want to
game,
get there.
dude.
I know, dude. I even like put down the difficulty just to kind of like get through it, and it's still hard. What the
Oh, I
fuck?
know, yeah.
I'm stuck with this like that German guy, the one that made all the robots and everything, the one that like killed your team in the beginning of the
Yeah.
game.
Oh, you're close to the end, I think.
Oh, am I? Oh, thank God. Because I saw like my progress. It said 37%, and
Oh.
I was like,
Oh, I think the progress in that game, it kind of varies on like the collectibles that you find and all that. Because there's a bunch of like
oh,
stupid
okay.
little collectibles that you can find, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do any of that.
Mhm.
But I think you're kind of close if
Okay.
I'm right. I'm not really too sure, but I think you are.
Mhm.
And then the second one is even more harder. So, but the second one, honestly, the story in
Yeah.
the second one is really good. It's really fucking
Hmm.
good.
Nice. Um, but okay then. So then, hopefully we can talk about that next. We'll see. Uh, but what was I going with this? Oh yeah. But the God of War Ragnarok reviews are like fucking killing it. Almost like a complete perfect game. Basically,
Yeah.
people want to call it. Um, which I would not be surprised. That game seems to be like one of the only ones I've ever seen that just keeps getting on improving. You know,
Oh,
so
wait till you play The
that's actually
Last of
pretty
Us.
cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's really cool, and I'm actually that's part of the reason why I want to play God of War next.
It's really
Just to kind of
you're
like
gonna
get to
really enjoy the
Ragnarok.
story, honestly. I was really skeptical about the game at first because I was like, well, whatever, God of War again. Um, and it wasn't until the actual day the game came out I was like, I really want to play it. Like that's when it hit me. I was like, I need to
Mm-hmm.
play this game now because then spoilers are gonna happen. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
geez. So it was close to my birthday, so I told Susan, I was like, hey, well, can you buy this for my birthday, like on release day? She's like, yeah, fuck it. And I was like, all right, awesome. So I've been playing that, and it's honestly, it's really good. It's the same as the other one. It's just like the story. It's like I there's a bunch of side missions to do, but I'm like, I could care
Mm-hmm.
less about the side missions at the moment. I really would just want to get to like the ending of the game so I can know what's going on, like what's gonna happen. I'm really like intrigued with the like. I don't want to spoil much, but I mean, I would just say this: Thor comes out. I'm assuming you kind of knew that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but
Yeah.
he comes out and like the beginning is like awesome, dude. It's fucking badass, and then you're like, all right, well, let's fucking do this. And yeah, the gameplay's really good. The only thing that does bother me is like it bothered me in the first one too. It's like you travel on a boat, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind it, but it's like it just kind of slows the pace of the game. But other
Yeah.
than that, the story's really good. The characters are cool. I still find the kid annoying, but at some level, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I hate this game, whatever. But you should really play the first one, and then you should really play this one because you're gonna love it and fall in love with it.
Yeah. I saw a video, someone talking about the first three God of Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I kind of know what the story is leading up to God of War. Obviously, they were gonna talk about God of War, but I thought spoilers.
No, yeah. Oh, the
We'll
first
avoid
three,
it.
the first three games and
Yeah.
the two PSP games that came out, perfect. Dude, they're awesome.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Real quick,
Oh yeah.
uh, this actually got released. I think today or yesterday, but it turns out that God of War Ragnarok, it sold 5.1 million copies in the first week. So it
Mm-hmm.
became the fastest selling first person party PlayStation game of all time. So
Dang.
that's like
Okay,
and
that's
like
good.
God of War, I mean God of War, The Last of Us 2 was like a big old like a big game, and this one surpassed that one like all fast too. So which is good. Good for
Mm-hmm.
Santa Monica Studios. They deserve it after being gone for so long.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I saw that news yesterday. I didn't see the numbers up, but I can tell right away that it was about sales.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's honestly awesome, especially because I follow someone that like worked on the game. She has like a YouTube channel. I can't remember exactly what she does, in the
What's her
game.
name? Oh,
Alana
Alana. Yeah,
Cruz.
she's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
Yeah, she was like
she did like
a
a
I think she was like a co executive writer or some shit like that. And then after the game launched, she
yeah.
got promoted to an actual writer for the company, which is good for her because I mean she
Mm,
wasn't doing a. I mean this is her first time she's actually worked on a game, I believe, other than voice acting.
yeah.
So that's good.
Mm.
I'm happy for her.
Yeah, same. It was kind of nice watching her podcast, and she like started crying a bit. I'm like, that's cool. That's damn. Especially because like years of fucking development in this, just to kind of like get crazy,
Yeah.
crazy reviews. Like that's awesome, honestly. But yeah, that's your thoughts on Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I haven't finished it yet, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like I believe I'm
Okay.
halfway because my brother passed it. And he's like, "Where are you at?" And I told him where I'm at. And he's like, "You're still there, like, dude. You have so much to go." But then I kind of passed it, so I feel like I'm kind of halfway. I kind of hope I am because
Mm.
I don't want to finish it that quick. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, good game so far. Enjoying it. I still kind of have to figure out like the whole, not the leveling system, but like the whole crafting, like with armors and stuff. It's
Mm.
just like a bunch of stuff in the menu, and I'm just like, oh, it's too much for me. I'm just gonna keep going. I keep getting my ass kicked, but I need to figure that out so I
Mm.
can I can get better armor.
Yeah. Um. Cool. And then one final little bit of news, kind of a sad one, but Kevin Conroy has recently passed away. I still haven't watched the Batman animated series. That's what everyone knows him as.
What?
But I mean, he's still, yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I still haven't watched. I watched like the first episode, and I mean, I must have seen a couple when I was a kid, but like
Oh,
I don't
okay, yeah, yeah.
remember
Because I
a
haven't seen
single
them
thing.
recently, but like as a kid, I kind of grew up watching all of them. I haven't seen all the episodes, but I've seen, just whatever was on, I'll watch it.
Hmm. I've seen Mask of the Phantasm. I know I've seen
Oh
that one,
yeah,
which is a great
classic.
movie and all that. And but I mean, we're bringing him up here because he did also voice Batman in the games, or the Arkham games. I just saw Injustice and all that. Basically, just whenever he can voice Batman, he did it.
Dude, isn't
uh,
that crazy, right? Like, you know how like okay, we're gonna
mm,
make a game, we're gonna make a movie, and it's always like different actors for like the same character, and but this guy just stuck to Batman, and it's
mm,
crazy because it's like now that he's gone, it's like what are they gonna do? like are
yeah,
you
like who the
like
heck is
I'm
gonna?
wondering like are they gonna get someone else to kind of sound similar to him, or are they just gonna be like, oh, this is a completely different person? Which I mean, either way, if he's good, if the person's good, then that's good. But it'd be, I don't know, it feels weird. It's like playing another Arkham game and he's not Batman.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the heck they would do. Fuck, because I mean, I got a feeling like if it was anyone, they'll probably just still try to not too much mimic his voice, but like the kind of energy that he was bringing to the character, because he was always trying to bring in like a really deep voice for Bruce and
Mm-hmm.
all that, trying to sound like as menacing as possible. And I feel like as I think as long as they bring that, they probably wouldn't get that much hate or that much criticism from people. I mean, I don't know, it's the internet, but
That's true. But
uh
what I'm scared of too is also like for the voice actor, if he is trying to be kind of similar to him, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you'll never be as great as him." I was like, dude, like, chill out, like.
yeah. uh but I mean, I guess we'll just have to see, because I don't know, fuck.
I know.
um but yeah, I mean, it's just we're bringing him up here just because he is an iconic fucking actor, and with the playing an iconic fucking character.
Dude, right?
And I feel like you just can't really ignore that. um but yeah. um
There's that.
Sorry to the
Yeah.
people who absolutely loved him.
One last piece of news from my end. Well, we've been gone for a while, so this is kind of old news. So PlayStation announced like the VR headset, like the new one, the VR.
Mhm.
I believe it was called PlayStation VR 2. And my rumors were incorrect that it was going to be affordable. It is $550, so it's $50 more than the PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Dang, that's I don't know about that. I mean, I get it, like it's VR, like
Mm-hmm.
it's probably a little expensive, but for it to be more than a PlayStation,
It
I don't know
looks
about
cool,
that.
I mean, I'm not gonna get it, but I know my brother's gonna get it eventually, so I'll just go to his like I'll visit him and just play it there. That's what I did with the original
Yeah.
VR. I never bought it, but I played it with him, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then I was like, "I like to play it every day." I don't know.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, but yeah, for sure, that's kind of hella expensive.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I think that's it for news. I mean, like I said, there were some like videos of new games coming out and all that, but nothing that really caught our attention, sadly. Mhm. Uh, but yeah, but on with the main topic. Infamous Second Son. Like I said, this is the only game of the Infamous games that we played. I don't really know anything about the other ones. I just know that I think it was always about that decision of between good and evil,
Yes.
right? So that was kind of interesting. That was So that was one thing I was kind of excited about in this game, because once I saw like, oh, you gotta choose between good and evil and all that. And we mentioned this in Pad Podcast, but like I tried going evil, but but like right away in the beginning of the game, though, the first big decision you gotta make is like either save your grandma or like the elder in your home.
Hmm.
Either help her or betray her, and I was like, oh, fuck. I guess I'll help her. So,
That's why when there's games like that and they have alternate endings, I always pick the good side first, and then I finish the game. Okay, cool, and then I get the good ending, and then I replay it for the bad, and I was like, that way I don't feel as bad. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, I feel bad for doing this, but I have to know to look at the other ending.
Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
No, I mean, I probably could have done that too, but whatever. Especially because I would have been interesting to see how it plays differently because you get like a whole lot more
Oh yeah,
upgrades when you
yeah.
turn evil. But I mean, we'll go about that later. But I mean, yeah, basically, like what I wanted to do is just kind of like break down the whole story basically, and see like what our thoughts were as we progressed throughout the game and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I was already loving the idea of like these people getting powers and all that, and they're getting all locked up. And then the main guy that you follow, he's someone who can, I guess, absorb other people's powers, and all that. And right away, I had some fun with the first power that you get, which is smoke. That's what they called it, and you can basically turn yourself into smoke, throw them smoke blasts and all that. And I kind of like that there was a limit to it. Obviously, you had to like absorb certain like elements to in
Dude,
order
that was sick,
to
huh?
keep your power up. Yeah, I really like that, especially um you really have to be limited and all that. You really have to like pay attention to your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, like you can get to one place and all that. And then your main character, he's a bit of a troublemaker and all that. Always like spray paint shit and all that. Just always getting in trouble with law enforcement, especially with the law enforcement being his brother. uh, so it's never good. But yeah, one day there was some armored truck transferring prisoners, and they all escaped actually, and so that's how he was able to get in contact with someone with powers, and that's how he got him. And so after that, though,
Hey, quick question,
like,
because I don't really remember I played this game when it came out. This is like a long time ago. When
yeah,
he takes their powers, like he didn't take them away, right? Or does he? Oh, he does.
I don't. No, I don't think so. I think there's just like for a second though, it's they kind of like their powers kind of
Oh,
glitch
okay.
out, and so it's so they do lose it for like a second, but then it comes
Okay,
back.
gotcha.
Um, Actually, something I forgot to mention though too. He also like absorbs the memories of the people
Oh, that's
um
right. Yes, I forgot about
that he
that.
takes the powers from and
Mm-hmm.
all that. And one thing I never understood about the game is that like in order for him to kind of like learn new moves, whatever power he gets, he has to absorb some like machine thing. I never really
Oh,
um
the
figured out what they were, but
not power cells, but I know what they are. Yeah, I remember. They're like blue, right? Like the
yeah, it's
blue
some
glowing
like
thing.
kind of
Yeah,
energy
they're like
cell.
machines or whatever. They're like generators or something like
Yeah.
that.
I never really understood how. I mean, I liked it for game mechanics and all that. I just never really understood like
Yeah, me neither. I didn't question
how
it honestly.
does
I was just like,
absorbing
whatever.
this. Yeah, but I mean, whatever. Again, like I said, like, it was cool for game mechanics. You gotta like really look
Mm-hmm.
around. It gives you some time to like get used to whatever power you have, and then as you upgrade it and all that, it was cool. Um, and then I like the brother right away, honestly, not just because like he was kind of like, okay, we're gonna figure this
Mm-hmm.
out, we're gonna give you a cure and all that. It was mainly just because he really was the authority figure, and I like, and if you chose the side of good, he was your biggest influence of to become good and all
Yeah.
that. um and so that was really cool. I really liked him. But then, just to kind of get used to the whole gameplay, you and go through this long road, and you end up in Chicago. I think that's where you go.
What? No, dude.
Whatever, some town.
You're in Seattle.
Am I wrong? Seattle. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My bad.
dude. That's the
My
thing
bad.
that I loved
Yeah.
about the game. I've
Mm.
never been to Seattle and all that, dude. This game, for being like a PlayStation 4, like almost I don't. It wasn't a launch game, but maybe like 2 years after. Dude, this game still like looks amazing to this day. Like the city, and like I love it when it rains. Like you see the raindrops, and you like look at the street, and like, you see the rain droplets, and I'm like
Mm-hmm.
shit. And then it's like you also see like the what's it called? Like when you look at when there's light and there's raining, like you see the reflection off of the water.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know how hard it is to do that. Like even
Oh
games right
yeah,
now
for
struggle to
sure.
do that and have like the frame rate be so good. And with this game, I don't remember the frame rate, but damn, dude, one of the best looking games I've ever like to this day like played. It's
Yeah, I didn't think about it much, but yeah, I do remember. I do remember. I never really complained much about the graphics.
mhm.
I never really went like, "Oh, this is old," obviously, but like, no, but
Dude,
it was
it's
all really
so
really
good.
good.
And then my
hmm
favorite, because one of the powers. I mean, obviously spoilers if you're listening and stuff like that. We're not gonna hold.
Yeah, we're spoiling
Um,
everything.
go play it. It's been so long. The neon powers when you're like absorbing the
hmm
neons like through the neon
Yeah,
lights and all that. Dude, it looks so sick. Like
yeah, the
that's
powers
yeah
themselves, but also you finally notice the neon signs all over the
yeah
city and all that, and they just all look super nice and everything. It really help makes like all the powers that you get. It really help makes you explore the whole
yeah.
city and all that, which is really cool, especially when you come up with some certain like NPCs and all that, and you hear what they're saying and talking about.
hmm
Especially it's especially cool as you progress the game and they all start cheering you on. Some people start cheering you on like, oh
Oh,
my
you get
gosh, it's
fans,
you,
yeah.
like holy shit. Yeah, like you get fans and then you get people who hate the superpowered people and all
hmm
that. And I love that the protesters, you see them, you gotta like make a choice of whether to beat them up or not. And if you
Oh,
do, you turn evil and all
you
that.
can beat them up, or you can
That's
just like
fucking
disband
hilarious.
them, right?
I don't know about this. I never tried disbanding them.
You would beat them up.
But no,
Oh,
I did it once
uh-huh.
accidentally, and I realized that like it
Oh
makes you
yeah.
turn evil, and I was like, damn it,
I
I
think
can't do
what you
anything. I
do,
don't know.
I think with the neon power, you have like the little explosion, right? Like the power, like a grenade or
hmm
something like that.
Yeah,
I think if you throw them at them,
yeah,
it'll
it's
just
something like that.
scare them, and they're like, oh, they run away, and that's it. And you're like, okay, cool. So instead of
Oh,
beating them up, you do that.
okay. I didn't know that. I just ignored them
Oh,
basically.
okay.
And then there was just one time that I had accidentally hit one of them. uh, but yeah, um, but yeah, it's just basically you get to the city and all that, and then the main plot is basically this woman who runs the prison where she gathers up all the superpowered people. She's also a superpowered person. She can control the cement or ground. I think it was just the ground.
Gravel, right?
No, I think it's the cement.
Either
I can't
way,
remember.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, either way, just the ground and all that. And so
just
she's super super
rocks.
fucking
That's what it
powerful.
is. It's rocks.
Yeah, and so the main plot is that you're trying to find her because you kind of want to get revenge for what she did to the town and all that. But she also because she like put rocks and like on people's bodies and all that, like it's literally killing them
Oh, they're
slowly and
dying,
all
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Well,
want to
isn't
get
that
her
how?
powers
That's how
so
the
you can.
grandma died, right?
The grandma doesn't die,
Oh, she doesn't die.
but she is dying
She's
throughout the
dying.
game, and
Okay.
so yeah, um, so you're trying to find her in order to absorb her power. Um, Later on, we realize like she's way too powerful, so we try to like find the other prisoners,
hmm
try to get their powers, so we can become powerful enough to stop her and all that. But yeah, that's basically the main plot. But there's a lot of side missions going on throughout the game, mainly just um, what is this? Stopping certain sections where the I can't remember what like the police name is, but basically like the guards who um, gather up superpower
Yeah.
people. They're surrounding this
Excuse me.
whole city, and so you try and destroy different sections of
hmm
theirs and all that. Um, and then when you find the superpowered people, the escaped prisoners, you try to convince them to become good. Also, you can either convince them to become good or become more evil and all that. Which I saw. I obviously I chose good and all that, but but I saw videos of what you do when you turn them evil and all that, and I don't know. I actually found that kind of more interesting. Just the way the story went about, it was funny. Um, but yeah, I I really like the Neon Girl's story. How she was like a some kind of drug addict or something,
hmm
and so when she escaped, she was trying to like find the people who killed her like boyfriend and all that. Um, and I really liked it. Just especially like later on, you go to like this harbor, and you save a bunch of women who were like kidnapped and all that, and so that was kind of cool. I really liked her story. I don't know if there was. I think there was some kind of DLC with her, isn't
Yeah,
there?
and you know what's so funny? Once you mentioned her, I imagined the same mission with the harbor. Like, say, yeah, I
Ah.
was like, oh, you remember that? And I was like, you just brought it up. Yeah, there was a DLC for
Mm-hmm.
her. It kind of tells more of her back, like more in depth of her story. Um, I started it, but I never finished it because it was more of a like because she's a prisoner in that one prison, so
Mm-hmm.
she's a prisoner there, and what they make them do in there is they make them. She has to fight other prisoners that have superpowers too. Um,
She's basically becoming a weapon.
yeah, exactly. But I didn't like it because it was like a timed. Because like to me for this game, I was like, I have to get every trophy, and it's like, oh, okay, we'll finish this fight in 3 minutes, and I'm like, I'm good. Like I'm not gonna do that. So I
Mm.
was like, I'm just not even gonna bother with it. But I never got. I think I got like halfway through.
Mm.
But yeah, it tells more of her story. Yeah, she was a really interesting character. I really enjoyed her. Like, just I mean, she teams up with you, right? Later on,
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah.
what
She
I really
teams up
liked about
with
her? It
you.
was like the whole when you like leading up to when you get to like meet her.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
was it.
Because
Was
like
like the
she.
she has like little hideouts right in different areas that and just
Mm-hmm.
like looking for them. That was pretty cool for me.
Yeah, and especially really cool though too because I remember her powers kind of leaves behind I guess neon
Art.
I don't know what you call it. Yeah, neon art basically. And so like
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying to you figure out a little bit of her background, you go to like this place where I guess that's where her boyfriend might have died, and she actually like drew him on the wall and
Yeah.
everything. And all that, she like write down like you will be missed. Write down his name or something, or you will be missed or something like that. I thought that was really cool, just because they kind of get creative with her powers and all that. I think hers is like the most creative
Honestly, it's
out
like
of the other
because you
two.
get in total you get four powers, right? And what's the smoke, this one, the neon, and then like two other ones that we're gonna talk about soon. Hers is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's the only one I ever
yeah,
used.
same here. Like, even because I mean, she has a power where it's like you pretty much just like run, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh, but
your
it's not.
super
It's like
speed.
super fast, and it's like, well, that's how I'm gonna get around the city, and I'm just doing that the whole
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah.
I didn't really use his original power, but I think I only used it to make his like a what you build up like a meter, right, or something, and you can like launch yourself into the air and just come down.
Yeah, basically. That's like are you talking about like the big superpower
Yeah,
thing? You know, like the really yeah.
that shit was awesome.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was really liking the smoke. Sounded weird. Um, I was really liking the smoke power a lot in the beginning. You know, you really get used to the powers, trying to get around through the city and all that, like as fast as you can, and and everything. But then as soon as you get the neon power, like it's all you ever want to
Yeah,
use. And then when I went back to getting the smoke, I was just I couldn't remember how to use it. Basically, it was insane. I was like, oh god,
you're like
this is
relearning the
horrible.
game
Like how
again.
yeah, relearning the game, but then you also realize like, oh, this is a horrible way to travel. Just
Yeah, because all he
just
does,
super
like,
speed.
all he with the smoke, all he does is like hover, right?
Jump.
Like you're gliding, like all
Yeah,
slow.
you can basically kind of do like a little jet jump and all that, like super side jump
Yeah.
and all that, and then you start
What I
floating
did like
down and
about it was like
everything.
the
Yeah.
vents. When you go through the vents, that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that I really like that too. Um, but yeah, and then so one of the a bunch of the other side missions, you gotta find undercover guards and all that.
Hmm.
You gotta take down some drones. I really like the droning thing. It's always that was always the best thing to like really try to like get your aim right and
Hmm.
all that. Usually the one way I try to get my aim right was headshots towards the guards.
Oh yeah,
You know, to really like to knock them down and try to be stealthy. I try to be stealthy as much as possible actually in this game, but usually at the end.
never works out,
So
right?
I'm always at the end. Just it never works out.
You know what I really
Um,
liked though was the graffiti.
yeah, I was
I
gonna
had
bring up the
so much
graffiti.
fun doing the graffitis. Like I was always looking for them. I was like, okay, let's go do graffiti and just turn the controller to the side and just shake it and like I
Mhm.
had so much fun with that, dude.
Yeah, especially like you're trying to like see what the heck you're making and all that, and it always turns out really cool. I
Oh
love the
yeah,
art. Um,
it was like
and
Banksy
it's like
styled art, huh?
yeah, basically. And then again, you choose between good and evil, making it
Oh
red
yeah,
or making
or
it
blue.
making it red, making it blue. I never saw the red artwork, but the blue ones is just basically like, you're always going against the guards basically and all that. Um, I don't know if it was like an actual progression or something, but like, I think in the beginning it was just kind of like these funny little artworks, nothing really too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But as you progress through, at least what I noticed, as you progress through the game, you start putting up more and more artwork that goes against the
Like
guards.
more serious topics,
Um,
right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah, you
And
should look at
then,
the evil ones. They're
yeah, I
pretty
should.
cool, honestly. I mean, they're all fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Red artwork. Sorry for the silence. Oh, yeah. Oh, these aren't all of them. Red graffiti. Just okay. That's actually pretty cool. It's like crab one.
Oh yeah, I just saw that one right now.
That was the first one that popped up. Uh, mm, it's just getting me that symbol. What the fuck? Really?
Which one?
The evil symbol.
Oh,
when you fully turn
what
evil.
is that? Is that a vulture? It's a vulture, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like the skull one. Mm. Well, it's not showing me a lot, but I like that crab one. That was cute. Okay, yeah. I'll look it up later. But yeah, all the artwork was actually really cool, especially when once you beat a certain section of the city, or like once you finish all the side quests of a certain city, you have to go up to this billboard. You can big graffiti on it, and you call a number that's on it, and basically call all the guards that like are in the area, and you gotta fight them all and everything.
Oh yeah, but
That's
he's always making like stupid jokes, right? Like, oh my god, there's someone here.
Yes,
He's like prank calling them to
so
tell
like
them that he's there.
yeah. Yeah, in the beginning he's like, "Oh my gosh, there's a superpower guy here, send help!" And then the woman on the line is like, "All right, sir, we're right on it," and all that. And then as you progress, though, the lady recognizes your voice, and she's just like, "Sir, I know it's you. Like, we're gonna stop you."
I remember that. It was like, I think towards the end, it was like, "All right, we'll send the units right now."
Yeah. Yeah, but like, no, one thing though that like I was kind of sad about the game is that I really thought that the woman on the line was like gonna be friends with you somehow or something. Like I really thought she was gonna be big towards the final battle or something. Like somehow she helps you, but now she just hates you the entire time, which I was kind of sad about. Especially because I looked up on YouTube, see if like maybe there's like some alternate ending that you can get or something. I don't know, on the billboards, but no, it's what you get on the game is basically it. But on the comments of the video, everyone was like, greatest love story of all time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically like people were kind of shipping them. It was funny.
And you know what that reminds me of? How we wish it turned out. It was the from Spider-Man when he would call, what was her name? Shuri, the cop?
Oh yeah.
And you know how like they were like she hates him, and then they ended up being like becoming friends and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Those little interactions are like funny as hell.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really cool side story. I don't think I've ever been like so determined to finish side missions on the game before. Like I tried doing that with Spider-Man, but it was mostly just like, just get 100%, just do it, that. But this one though, like it really got me to kind of like, I want to get every single one because I want to see all the artwork, I want to see the ending of this billboard story going on and everything, and and then like I said, trying to find the undercover guard and getting those drones shot out, like it was just a fun little challenge that you really want to like see what you can do and all that. Especially like the drones, you really had to do kind of something crazy on some of them, like really had to like jump off. I had to like jump off the building and just shoot it in the air.
Oh, I do that. You had to get creative with that.
For sure.
So annoying.
Yeah, either creative or super patient, because like it goes around in a circle,
Yeah.
and so you just kind of like fuck it up. I'm not gonna chase it. I'm just gonna wait here. Screw it, and then you get it. So yeah, that's again, it's just this game is so good. uh, but yeah, I've never been so determined to finish side missions on the game before, which is great.
Did you climb the Space Needle? Did you do that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you had to do it for the story.
Was it for the story?
But yeah, you had to like. This is when you first started, and like you trying to like you're trying to figure out how to disrupt the
Oh no,
guard's
I'm saying, did you
signals.
climb all the way on top and do the finisher for the smoke up there?
No,
It,
I
it,
don't think
it's
so.
like you get a trophy for it. It's like jump off of like the high. It's like pretty much do this on the highest peak of like the game. It's sick, dude,
Uh-huh.
because you're just falling forever. it
That's
was so
awesome.
cool.
Oh wow, damn! I wish I would
I
do
just
that.
saw it
That's
right now. I
cool.
was like, oh yeah, okay, because I'm looking up like things about the game because I was like, what do I remember it?
Yeah, um, but yeah, those side missions were great. So then yeah, then you go after the neon lady. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything big. Um, and so after that, hmm, well that I think after her getting her powers, that's when you open up a different section of the city and all that, and that's when you really see all the neon signs of the city. Basically at night for like the longest
Mm-hmm.
time, just looking at all the neon signs, and like I said, they all look so fucking pretty. You actually like get reflections of the light
Oh my
everywhere and
god,
all
dude!
that.
I know it's like, and it's like so vivid in my memory. Like I don't really remember much of the game, but
Mhm,
I do remember just like like I'm doing something and I just stand still. Like and I go to the street and I'm
mhm,
just like, or I go on top of a rooftop and I'm just looking at the city, and you see the neons and
mhm.
all that, like the neon lights over like the when it's raining especially, and I'm just like, God damn, like this is beautiful, man. It's so
Mhm.
beautiful.
I don't really remember what you were doing after you get like the neon powers. Like I know you're helping her solve the mystery and all that, and you're doing a bunch of. I'm doing a bunch of side missions. I know I did, but like I can't remember what led to you finding. I mean, I can't remember if, like if you just went straight away looking for the other escaped prisoner or something. I think it was just that. I think it might have been just that. Like I was just doing a bunch of side missions and figuring out her plot of the story.
Hmm.
That's probably it. Um, but yeah, but then you get to the other prisoner, um, and his powers I really did not like. I
He
I
wasn't
didn't
really a
know.
prisoner though, right? I don't think
No, yeah, he
I think it
was.
was like hiding out, but like he like started like somehow contacting you. I don't remember honestly.
Um,
This is all like, yeah, I hated the powers too. I thought they were so dumb. That's how I was
yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
gonna block this out of my memory from the game. Um,
I mean, I loved his boss battle. I don't know if you remember the boss
no,
battle
I
on that one.
don't.
Oh my god. Okay, so the other guy, the second guy you take those powers from, um, you reach out to him because he's helping other escaped prisoners. I think
Hmm.
some of the other escaped prisoners. He's trying to help them out, like get them out of the guards' hands and all that, and keep them to safety. And so but the way he does that is that he creates these like angel monsters and all that, and like picks them up and
Yes,
like
I
gets
remember
them.
the angel, the pixel angels or whatever they were.
Yeah, and so what you got to do is just follow them the whole entire time. Hopefully, it leads you to where he is or something, or kind of where he is nearby or something. And that was actually honestly kind of tough.
Hmm.
Like it was so freaking annoying that like you're trying to get to him, you're trying to like super speed throughout the city and all that, but you're just kind of like, oh god, where the fuck did they go and all that. So it took me a while, but eventually you find his hiding spot, and you're surrounded by all these TVs. Like that's a spot. That's the thing that you have to absorb is just television or something with like a radio signal or something. I don't
Yeah,
know
you have to
exactly
like
what it was.
destroy
It
the
was
TVs, right?
yeah. You
Hmm.
just you destroy the TVs, and then once you do though, he absorbs you into the TV, and that's where you get his boss battle, which is basically like a giant angelic being,
Hmm.
and like you're going around from one platform to the other trying to
I
destroy him and all that.
I think I remember now.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Like, it's you like you're surrounded by lava and everything, and then you hear the guy's voice. He's just like, "Leave me alone," but like he has like a
Hmm.
deep voice and all that.
And he's just a
But
little
like, yeah, it
scrawny
was
kid.
actually, yeah, yeah. But it was kind of crazy though too, because it kind of just shows up out of nowhere too. Because like the
That's
whole
true,
time you're
yeah.
just like in this regular city and all that, you just you're using the city as the battleground
Mhm.
and all that, and then all of a sudden you're just in this you're fucking hell or something and fighting this giant angel. Um, but yeah, then that boss battle was honestly super fun. And you really had to switch between the neon, I think, and the smoke. Or no, I think I just used the smoke the entire time because you had to like really like
Oh,
blast them.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Fucking hated it. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. um.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, fuck that, please.
Wow. Okay. I had fun with it. That was cool. Um. But yeah, then you realize that it's just yes, yeah, like you said, like, he was just some scrawny kid. And you're trying to convince him, same as the neon lady, to do some good and all that. Honestly, like this is how much I didn't like his powers though too. Like I can't remember like how we went about making him a good guy. I know we used him to find more of those like energy batteries or
Yeah.
whatever to like trying to figure out his power and all that. I know you're trying to do that, but like I don't know. He became good. I don't remember. I hated his fucking power. It was cool to like really get super
To launch
far
yourself,
with his
right? That was
power.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
To
exactly
just
what I
really
thought
launch
too. Like,
yourself.
cause, before I fought him, I kept using the neon. And, like, that's how I would get around it. And now it's like, oh yeah, launch yourself for the, like, through the antennas. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do that. And then you just launch yourself, and then you just fall. And I'm like,
Mm.
I don't care. And then like,
Yeah, you really had
he's the one with his power. That's you use like a machine gun type of thing, right?
a machine gun.
I could have sworn like one of his powers is like you have like a, yeah, I think it was like a machine gun type of thing, like a, or like a Gatling gun.
Oh
I
no,
think
I remember a bunch of swords.
swords,
Um,
like his ultimate
yeah.
thing, whatever it's called.
No, I don't think his I can't remember his ultimate actually. Shit. But like I remember like kind of you can create other angels on your
Mm-hmm.
own, like maybe like two or three or something, and then at one point you kind of like you do like a hard swing of a sword towards people. Basically, that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it. Is because his fighting style became super slow after that,
Mm.
and it's just that ain't me.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we like the super speed. uh,
Yeah, his was like the least that I used them out. I mean, the most.
mm-hmm.
And then, well, the last one I never used it because you're done with the game.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, you're done with the
yeah.
game after that. And I mean, it's cool and all. Like you can travel like in this ball of
Oh
rock
yeah,
and all that. Like that was kind of cool.
you're like you're a fucking a graveler. You're like the
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon just rolling around. No, not a graveler, a golem,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Golem, yeah, yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it's so basically you got, I think you got all the powers you get, and then you try to face, um, the main villain and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't go well. You're kicking ass at first and everything. You're really trying to use everything, like all the powers. Really, you're trying to use it all. And then I think, no, she catches them. Those two friends of yours, the one that used over the powers,
Mm-hmm.
and the brother, and she winds up killing the brother, which I was kind of like, no,
Dude,
I
at
was actually,
first I was like, nah. I was like, that's
yeah,
not happening. And then it's like I finished the game. And I was like, wait, he's really dead. I was like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
I don't,
Like I
I
really
don't know what
left
it
him.
was. Like yeah, I don't know what it was. Like I just assumed that he was gonna come back to life or
Right?
something. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's so weird. Like it is kind of like I wouldn't say anticlimactic, but like it was. It does that also. There is another thing that just kind of comes out of nowhere. I just really didn't expect for the brother to die at all. Maybe get injured and
Yes.
something, and he has to go on his own afterwards. And so I don't know. It just
And you know what? When he died, when I figured out he died, I was like, did I make the wrong choices? I was like, how can
that's
I
what I
keep him?
thought
How can I
too.
keep him alive? And then I looked up online real quick. I was like, okay, and it's like, oh, it's the same fate for him with the ending, with the bad and the good. And I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's fucking dumb. I was like, I want him
Mm-hmm.
alive. He was my favorite
Yeah.
character throughout the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I mentioned too, that was this one moment though where I think after you absorb um the the television guy's
Uh
powers,
huh.
like you really can't use your powers afterwards because I don't know, I think you might have just absorbed too much. I don't know, I can't remember. Didn't I don't think they explained it.
It's a Spider-Man 2
uh,
reference, you know. I
yeah,
still don't understand why he can't. He was losing his web.
yeah. um, but yeah, so like he temporarily lost his powers, and so he and his brother were trying to like go around town, trying to stop some prisoners, but also trying to find those battery things, so hopefully he can absorb it and like kind of like jumpstart his
Mm-hmm.
powers again, I guess. But that was a really cool moment in the game where you actually really were working together with your brother, trying to help each other out and all that. And I think at some point you actually do get to play the brother because um I think no. Oh my gosh, well, no, I remember now. I remember now. It was at one point, the brother dressed up as a prisoner, so he can get so that he can get captured by the television guy. I think. Um,
I
fuck.
remember he got captured in the first place because that's how he ended up being over there, right? Like before he dies. That's how he got there.
In the no, I think he just randomly got
Oh,
captured.
whatever.
I think yeah, on that point, he just randomly got
Yeah.
captured. But like I remember though that he dressed up as a prisoner to get captured, to find the television guy because I don't know if maybe he just might have escaped or something from them. I can't remember. Again,
Mm-hmm.
the television guy just we really did not care. But it was kind of cool though too because you had to like pretend to like shoot him down in order to like keep up the show for the television guy, make sure to know that this
Yes, I
isn't a
remember
trap or
that. Yeah,
something.
like how you had to pretend to.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, so like you just had to like be behind him and like every once in a while you would shoot it, but the brother would be like, "Easy, what the fuck?" It was actually kind of funny, and so yeah, you get a bit more of the brother as you go along.
It's funny
Um,
though because I mean the what's his name, Reggie, right? Yeah, Reggie. Reggie's the older brother, the cop.
hmm,
So he's the older brother. Like he's looking out for Delson, the little brother. And it's funny though because it's like me and my brothers don't really have like that connect. Like we have this connection, but we don't have the connection where we share feelings and all that shit. And it's like we're
mhm.
just like, hey, what's up? That's it. But when I
Yeah.
was playing this game, it's like, I have an older brother. His name is Ruben. He reminded me so much. Like this guy reminded me so much of my brother because it's like this guy's like his little brother's in trouble and all that, and he's doing the best he can just to like get him out or to like help him out. And I'm like thinking about
Mhm.
it right now. I just like thought about it right now. It's like maybe that's why I enjoyed the game because like my older brother, anytime he's like, what's it called? You have any problems? Just let me know and all that. And like he's always trying to help out, like help
Mhm.
me and my little brother out because he's the older brother. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just realized that connection right now. I was like, maybe that's why I liked it a lot. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
hmm,
No,
that's
it's
crazy.
it's always fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's always
like,
fun when you can like really connect to the characters in some
mm-hmm.
way, like very personally and all that. I mainly just like I said, like I mainly just like the older brother because like he just without a question, he's helping him out and all that,
Yeah.
and so, mm,
And it's crazy too because like
and so,
he's helping him out, but like you can tell he doesn't want to help him out. But since he's his little brother and like they're brothers in their family, he's like, okay, well, I don't. He doesn't agree with the stuff he's doing, but he's helping him out because he knows it's good.
mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah,
wow. Then now that I'm thinking, I was like, God damn, brothers,
yeah,
man.
and I think he does like kind of praise you for it and some of the good
Mhm.
stuff that you do later on and all that, which is really cool.
Oh, but that's if you're doing the good one.
And
If you're doing the bad one, it's like a whole different story.
oh man, oh dude, honestly, I don't want to see that. I feel like I'm
Honestly,
gonna be
if
too sad.
are you gonna play it in the bad, like try doing the bad one? No.
Nah.
He's the same way. He's still trying to help you out.
Mm,
You're the one ignoring him. Like you're
okay.
the one telling him off. Like no, leave me alone. No, I think that's how it was. But like you're the one making the bad decisions. He's the one trying to tell you, like no, we got to do this, we got to do that. And like no, like you're not the ones with the powers. I got to do my own thing. And he's like, oh my god, it sounds like a little crybaby.
Okay. 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 Yeah, I would have been sad. Like he would have been like, "No, don't do this." That I don't know.
Oh no,
uh,
well he's a cop. He wants to help you choose the right path, and you're the one
Yeah.
ignoring him and all the decisions you make and all that stuff. So that's what it
Okay.
is. Still the same ending though with him. He still dies.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I think that's also partly why we didn't believe that he died, just because like you really liked him.
Right?
There's like
Yeah.
no way that's kind of like his moral compass if you chose the side of good,
Yeah.
obviously. And so yeah, it's just I don't know why. It's just like the whole time I kept expecting him to come back. It was weird.
Even with
uh,
the final boss fight, I was like, he's gonna pop up right now and just like he's gonna help me kick her ass. And then I just finished. I was like, dude, where the fuck are you?
yeah,
Oh,
um,
and
also
whoever plays games evil the first way, fuck you. You know, fuck you. If it's not Star Wars: The Old Republic, I understand, but fuck you.
honestly, I don't know how anyone can actually do that. It's weird.
Right? Yeah.
I wonder.
I would want to do it
I
with
don't
the
know.
Star Wars games just because, like, oh, I want to be a Sith. That's it. But
Yeah, yeah, probably. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I say that now, but then who
I
knows
know,
if I play
right?
one and then
Help
yeah.
me. All right.
hmm Actually, I remember what was it? Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2.
Mm.
At the end, you fight Darth Vader, and you have to decide whether you want to kill him or take him prisoner and all that. And I think, yeah, and I chose to kill him in the first try because I kind of thought, let's see what happens, because obviously like he doesn't die,
Yeah.
like there's no way. So I think that might have been the only time that I actually chose like the side of bad of something. And that ending kind of sucked. Not in the story kind of sense. It's just kind of like, oh, really? That's it. um, I won't spoil it. It's no game, but um, but yeah. And then so there, I just remember too when you're first facing off the villain, you get the help from the guy who gave you the smoke powers. Um,
Yes. Uh huh. The
yeah.
prison, right?
So
The
like
first one you see.
yeah, yeah. And so like you're both traveling throughout the entire I guess compound or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's at, all throughout the smoke and everything. And the whole time I think even the brother was kind of like you can't trust him. um the whole time you're like that, and then later on he's the one that does betray you, and that's how the brother does get killed. I remember that's how he got caught, the brother, mainly because of the smoke. I can't remember how the other two get caught. um but yeah, and so after that he wants to like take revenge out on him.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're trying to look for him. I think you're listening to all the radios and all that, trying to see if maybe there's like some kind of a report coming in that's related to him. And eventually you'll find him. And I think there's another like good and evil choice, whether you let him live or let him escape with his daughter. Um, I chose let him escape with his daughter. Which honestly, that I think that was like the only one where I was like, I don't know about
Wait
that.
about it. Think about it.
Yeah, it's like I really have to
Damn,
be
you're gonna
like,
murder him
I
in front of
mean,
his daughter, bro.
that is true though.
You're like, I'm gonna be the good guy, but it's like, you killed my brother, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
murder you in front of your daughter.
yeah. Well, actually, the thing that kind of like made me choose is because the daughter was like, "Dad, where are you?" and all that, and I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to like see if he actually like tells the daughter what happened or something. That'd be kind of sad." So, yeah, I don't want to like.
And you're fucked up,
I
David.
chose.
You actually thought about that one.
Yeah, because I mean they killed the brother and all that, and I was just I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh, but yeah, and then after that, that's when the villain like really takes over the city at one point. Like just this big, I think she made like this giant fucking tower basically, and really like took over part of the
Oh
city.
yes. Uh-huh.
And so I think you just go straight there basically. Second round. I think you might like there's some places around that you really have to be careful with and all that, trying to destroy some other um guards places and all that. uh but yeah, it just basically becomes like the final battle where you're climbing up the tower, and this one's like really cool because that's when the other two characters that you absorb the powers, like they come together trying to help you out and all that. And so they're fighting on one side, the neon lady is like fighting on another. She's like staying by your side basically, trying to like get you through the tower and all that. which is it's really cool. I love it when games do this too. When like you really like everything that you've done before, like it's really coming together and all
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't remember of another game that kind of does that. Um, I don't know. I mean, I mentioned this in like the Miles Morales. People don't team up or anything, but like everyone that you meet throughout the game, you're calling them, trying to see if they're safe,
Yeah.
and it kind of like builds up the tension and all that. I remember that,
So it was with
but I
Spider-Man
got
too.
hmm yeah, you do check up on everyone. Um, but yeah, there's I mean, it was just really cool building it up to there and all that, and then once you finally then you face her, and that's when you really faced her like true power and all that. She's fucking throwing like rock birds at you or something, and then some rock boulders and shit. It was a really tough battle, and then
Dude, I died so many fucking times in that stupid boss battle.
I think I died
Yeah.
too a couple
I died a
times.
couple of times and I was like, it's so easy. I know what to do. And just like, I keep dying. I was like, I was so annoyed.
Yeah. I think it's because I mean, for me at least, once especially when you absorb her power and like your meter is like super fucking low, and you're kind
Mm.
of like, oh god,
Yeah.
and then you don't have a choice though too, because you ask that television guy to like send you those batteries,
Yeah.
and you're trying to like absorb them to like power it up, and all that, and so that's why that part became super tough, just because you have such a short fucking meter, and you're trying to like really upgrade yourself and all that. Um, but yeah. And then you beat her, and I think this one I was actually kind of disappointed. I really thought you were gonna get a choice between killing her and uh or let her live, and tell everyone in the world that like what she did,
Mm-hmm.
because you find out that she purposely made the neon lady and the television kid into weapons
Yeah.
so that they can purposely escape, so that she can capture that, and then that would prove to the government like, hey, you still need me. It's like yeah, um, I rounded up as many as I could, but like we can still use me to like find a cure or something, or just keep prisoners and all that. But I think maybe the reason why I think um is because by that point, that's when your like good and evil meter is like at its highest. That's one thing I kind of liked. If you're fully good, you start wearing like this white vest, and you get the blue bird on the back of your
Oh
vest,
yeah,
if you
and
remember.
the jacket, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So like you're a fully grown hero basically, and then I like the villain one though too. I think it's just basically red, and then you get the skull
Yeah.
on your bird and all that, which is really cool. I forgot you can actually customize like the picture on the back of your vest. I don't know if you remember the different designs, but
Oh, you can have like different outfits, right?
yeah, yeah. I think I can't remember what they were exactly. I feel like one of them might have been an alligator, but I could be wrong. um, but yeah, those were kind of cool.
I think uh, if I remember correctly,
Mhm.
there was like oh, I like there was a yellow one. I think that was for the reference to the first one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because
Oh, that's
in the
cool.
first two games, the guy wore like a yellow, excuse me, yellow with black jacket.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, yeah, like the last boss fight was like really struggling for me, and then yeah, especially what you said too, like where like you only get when you get her power, you only get like that little bar. I'm like, what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck am I gonna do with that?
Yeah, you really had to like be fucking patient with it, basically.
Yeah.
But
Oh, dude, I wanted to
it
kill
was
her
a fun
so
boss fight.
bad.
I know. Especially because like I don't know, like she wasn't like um what do you how do you call it, like full grown evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just hated her plans. Like you hated the fact that she really didn't care about the people in your town
Mm-hmm.
and all that, and just she was just trying to
She was
keep
like
her
she's
power.
like a if I remember correctly, which I doubt, she was like a
Mm,
Magneto, right? Where she grew up in ranks to try to defend the people with power so they can overtake um just regular people, right? Was it that?
No,
No, oh,
she
I'm way off then. Never mind.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say Magneto, but like she believed for some reason she believed that like that people with powers, they're too dangerous. They had to be in prison and all that. Even though she was someone with powers
Yes.
and all that, it was it was kind of like, really, lady, come
Oh, so
on.
she's just trying to save her own ass then.
Try to save her own ass. I think, but also I don't know. I guess trying to keep some kind of status of power within her. I think that was the only way to do it too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, you didn't get the choice of whether or not you want to kill her or something. But you find out what she did to those, what she's doing to those prisoners,
Mm-hmm.
what she did to the ones that escaped and all that, and so her thing just kind of went down, and
Yeah.
then you just kind of became a protector of Seattle, protector of all people with powers, and all that after that, which is actually really cool. I really like that ending. And then, but you do manage to go back to your little town. You cure everyone. You tell the grandma that the brother died, sadly. And then it kind of ends with you making this artwork
The mural.
in the billboard, the mural of the brother and all that, which
It's the
is,
same mural that he's like messing up in the beginning, huh?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Because he's like drawing like
Yeah.
devil horns and all that.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, it was. I really like that ending. It was a good one. And then you just, after that, you just go around the city. I think there's still some like guards left.
Yeah,
that
he
you
just
should
finished up like
that you
the
gotta attack.
clean up the scraps.
Mm-hmm. And then I think after that though, you get some challenges. I think what some of them are like using the rock
Mm-hmm.
powers in certain ways and all that. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. And I did see the ending of if you go evil.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Basically, that was kind of intense. It's intense. Like it's a complete opposite, honestly. Fucking so. You stop the lady. I think you do kill her. If you like full grown evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then the you let all the people in the prison, well, the superpower people in the prison, and I think he says like, oh, and I'm gonna like shake all of their hands as they come out, basically absorbing like
All
all
the
the
powers,
powers
yeah.
in the world. Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh shit, okay. And then later on though, he goes back to the little town, and the grandma, she's in a wheelchair. She's the one that opens the door, and she's just like, I saw what you fucking did. Like, what the hell? Like, this isn't our way. This isn't what your brother would want. It's like, from now on, you're not part of this town. You're not part of our little village here. And this one really got me, like, holy shit, where he does his ultimate smoke power. But like, I love it though. It's so intense because like he goes up and all you hear is just him coming down. Like, there's no music playing.
Yeah.
There's no like dialogue or
And
anything. It's
he
just
has
you
a little
hear the
smirk
smoke.
on his face, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking asshole.
You just hear him coming down, but like you don't see the impact, but like you can tell like it's about to happen.
No,
You're
but
just
yeah.
like, fuck. But yeah, that's fucking intense. Holy shit. But yeah, that was basically the whole thing. I'm sure we missed a bunch of stuff.
Oh, definitely, dude. I mean,
yeah.
you passed this game how long ago?
Oh man, I think it might have been in the beginning of the year. Actually,
Yeah.
I can remember. But yeah, it's still though. It's such a great game.
It's good.
Like
It's
I
really good.
mentioned though, like the graphics, they still look great, especially for an old game
Mhm.
like this. And I think this would be a game that I probably would go back to. I don't know if I would go for the evil route. But like, I would like to kind of like pass it up. I don't know. I think it might be like a similar thing with Spider-Man, where I would just like to go around the town, the city, using my powers and all that. I think that's something I like to do with the Spider-Man games. Just go around swinging.
Oh yeah, dude, I bet. And even with
Yeah.
honestly with those games, like the music just makes it like even more better when you're swinging around. Like to me, the music like makes it so much better, especially with the Miles Morales one. That one was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With all the beats you get.
Mm. Mm. Actually, one thing I heard when the first Spider-Man game came out, I listened to this one podcast where this guy, he had like a soundtrack. All the songs were about New York. You know, just kind of like about the city and everything, or
Mm-hmm.
in someone's life and all that. And like he will listen to all those songs as he's playing Spider-Man, and it's just kind of like it always just brought up this extra vibe to it of
Dude, that's
really bringing
awesome.
the city to life. That was actually kind of cool. I don't think there's any songs of Seattle, but
What's it called?
uh,
It's funny that you mentioned that because we had my nephew stay over for like a whole week, and
mhm.
it wasn't this time that when he was here, but like maybe like 2 weeks before that, he brought his PS4, and he was playing Miles Morales, and he's like, dude, like I'm stuck on it, and he's 11 or 12, he's one of those two, and I was like, well, what's up? He's like, oh, I'm stuck here, and I was like, okay, well, play it, let's see how you do. And I mean, he's not good at the game, but I'm like, oh shit, I remember this place. I remember that part. And I was telling him, yeah, fuck this place, fuck that part. This part, you're gonna struggle with this part. And he's like, what? And sure enough, he's struggling, right? And it was with I told him, he's like, dude, did you get? He was like, what? He was telling me, what suit should I buy? And I was like, I don't know, just buy whatever you like. And he's like, oh, I like this one, okay. And I told him, dude, have you fought the Prowler yet? And he's like, no. Dude, do those missions. You get a fucking cool ass suit. And he's like swinging over there, and like the music kicks in, like like because it's different music from Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And it's like I'm just like, damn, I really want to play this game again just because of the music. And he gets to the Prowler and he's struggling, and I'm like, here, give it to me real quick, and I pass it for him, and I'm just like, fucking, I go to my PlayStation 5. I was like, download. I was like, I'm gonna download that shit right now.
That's funny. But yeah, that's Infamous Second Son. I don't think we're forgetting anything else. I mean, like I said, I love the spray paint.
Yeah.
The artwork is really cool and all that. And then you briefly mentioned it, but like I didn't mention it either. But I didn't mention it, but I really did like the fact that you actually like had to turn the controller to the side and like hold it up
Hold
like a
R2.
spray
Yeah, you
paint
have to
and all
hold
that.
R2 and you like actually move it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was so good. Especially, I don't know why it got me so excited every single time. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Like I just like I flip it with one hand like a gun or something.
Yeah.
Just get it ready.
No, that's why I liked that about it. Like just the interaction that what you do there with the control, and I thought it was so fun. I was like, this is amazing. And then you're just making like those pieces of artwork, and I was like, that's awesome. And then
Yeah, and
it
then I don't know
changes
if
like
it was.
I think it's so cool because it's like you're doing it, and then he changes like the stencil for it, and then you do it again, and then he changes it, and like you're like, what the fuck am I making? And then you look at it, what the fuck? Like, oh shit, I made that.
Yeah, and especially I like that with this controller because I mean I don't know if it was in the past ones too, but like with this one you actually like hear the ball
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
the can rattling in the controller, and then you hear the spray paint
Mm-hmm.
in the controller too. So it's just kind of like it adds a little extra effect, which is really cool. uh,
Yeah, there's that whole oh my god, what's that word? Oh my god, what is that word? Like, not inversion, inverted, whatever. But yeah, you're like really into it. Like,
okay.
It
Yeah.
adds that extra layer to be like, hey, you're a part of this world. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Immersion. I think.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that one. Yeah, we're so close. I'm
Yeah,
thinking about
yeah,
inverted.
yeah. Yeah. No, this happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And when I first early started the Rest Ballet podcast, I would say that a lot. It's like, what's the word that I'm looking for and all that. It's just, it's always annoying. Uh, um, but yeah, it's a great game. So recommend it. I mean, we spoiled everything, but like I still recommend it.
Yeah,
Just
I
go
give
for it.
it
You know.
a 9 out of 10, only because I wanted more
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
more powers would have been cool. I just get a better one for the television guy. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, I know.
something
like,
different. I don't
or like
know.
make it better. That's it.
And then I don't know. I think if I did have any other complaints, those undercover guards one, that's probably like the only side missions that I didn't like.
They're
It was just a
annoying,
little bit too. Yeah, basically you just kind of like walked around and just hopefully the guy starts running away or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. And then yeah, I don't think I have any other complaints really. Oh, just more details about how the battery works, like how the heck, because absorbing the battery gives you memories of um, how to upgrade your power. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, other than that, though, like I really have no other complaints. It's a good
I
game.
think there was an explanation for it, but I think they just mentioned it in the beginning, and that was it. Like they just
Mm-hmm.
left it at that. But
Yeah,
I don't really
maybe.
remember. But let me see. I'm just kind of looking through some stuff real fast.
Mm.
Mm, yeah, I mean either way, it's not a long game. It's like a good like what 10-16 hour game.
Yeah, if you don't do the
Mm-hmm.
side missions, probably shorter, but I do so recommend doing the side missions. Just
Oh
go
yeah,
for
they're
it. Like
fun.
I
Yeah,
said,
they're fun.
yeah, they're super fun.
Some of them
Mm-hmm.
are like really annoying, but the rest of them are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, they're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think my brother or my friend played this, so I'm gonna tell him to fucking play it because it's so good.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Um, but yeah, no, it was fun. Um, yeah. Hopefully I can finish Wolfenstein soon. I'm hoping I am get towards the end, so we can just talk about that one next, maybe. Um,
Send me a video
who
of where
knows?
you're at, and I'll tell
Hmm.
you if you're close or not. Because if
Okay.
not, start another game. No, I'm
Start
kidding.
of the game.
I'm
Okay,
kidding. I'm kidding.
maybe. Okay, if I'm not, okay, honestly, yeah. If I'm not, then I'll just start God of War
Try that one.
and
Yeah,
see what
because I
we
really
do.
want to talk about the second one for sure.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And then who knows if I'll play Pokemon? I don't know.
I just play.
I don't think I've ever read anything.
Yeah, just play that one at your
Hmm?
own pace, honestly.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
I mean, I know the glitches and the bugs aren't gonna bother you at all because they're not bothering Susan.
Mm,
My brother too. Like he's very like critical with like uh games,
graphics.
and this is
Mm-hmm.
the first Pokemon game in like years where he's like, yeah, okay, I'm playing. Like he's passed like 2 hours. And he's still playing. So
Mm,
I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. I'm sure I
yeah,
am too,
I've heard one.
but I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
bother playing it. So
What I've heard though too is don't play it on the TV. Just play it on the gamepad. You get
mm,
it still glitches out and everything,
yeah.
but like it's a lot
You
less,
know
or
what's so
not a lot less,
funny?
but
Like I
it's.
would always play Zelda on the TV. Anything
Mm-hmm.
after that didn't even bother.
Mm.
I was like, I'll play everything just
So
like
like,
handheld version. And the one game I really do want to play on TV with Susan is Luigi's Mansion 3, and that's it. Because I never got
nice.
to play it, so I was like, oh, I really want to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was cool. I think the other one I do play in on TV is Splatoon, but that's only because I use motion controls to like for my aiming,
Oh,
and
you
it's
so you're
fucking
using
annoying to
the
like.
what? Oh my god, how do you pronounce it? Gyro something, right? Or gyro?
Yeah, something like that. And so doing the motion controls on the gamepad, you kind of like going like this and everything.
Yeah.
And especially sucks too when I'm like laying down on the bed. I can't go all the way up because then I can't see the screen at all. So I gotta like, so I either gotta put my hands up or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you playing Splatoon, like for the Wii U. You were doing the motion controls, and I'm like, I'm looking at you because I'm not used to motion controls. I'm just like sticks, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And then eventually I was like, oh, it's faster that way. I was like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think no, actually I didn't play this on TV. No, never mind. But yeah, we'll see what we do talk about next. I don't think because I mean God of War and Pokemon's really the only big ones that we can talk about.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true. I mean, probably.
if we
I'm sorry.
if we ever do a Pokemon episode though, how would you want to go about it? I'm curious
Oh, Pokemon.
because like yeah, because I don't know because a part of me thinks that like maybe we could just talk about like our favorite ones because mine's my favorite Pokemon is Black and White, and so I'm sure yours could be different.
Ew.
You really? You don't like that one, or?
I never played it, honestly.
Oh, you never
Yeah.
played it? Yeah. No, the first one I played was. Oh, I don't want to get into it, but
Well,
yeah. So I
yeah,
don't know how we can.
I feel like if we do a Pokemon episode, which would be so fucking fun to do.
Oh my gosh! We're an hour and 20 in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably go 4 hours if we talk about Pokemon.
Yeah,
oh
I
my
know.
God.
No, I think. Hey, if you're down to the next one, I'm down for Pokemon. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But I feel like if it's Pokemon, it's not gonna just be one game. It has to be the whole entirety, and the anime is gonna come up. The movies are gonna come up.
Yeah,
It's a big one.
it's a big one,
and I'm down for it.
Well, maybe we could just cut it. Maybe we'll cut it to 2 parts or something.
No, we're not.
We're staying here for the 6 hours. Goddamn it.
12 hours in. Special guest Susan if she comes in.
And she's just like, you guys are still on.
Oh, dude, if you want to do a podcast with Susan with Pokemon, better than me, because she has way more to talk about Pokemon than I do. Because she's like, I love Pokemon. You know, like, don't get me wrong, but it's like I'm one of those people that's like I'm still thinking the first 3 generations were the best ones, and after that, it just went downhill. After that, Susan's like, I could care less. If it's Pokemon, I'm gonna fucking love it, and that's why she's enjoying this new one. And she's like, yeah, all the glitches, but look at them, they look so cute doing it. And like, she's just in love with Pokemon. That's the thing. It's like you're talking to me as like a person that's like, oh, I'm gonna criticize Pokemon just because it's like I don't think it looks cool, or whatever. It's always the same gameplay, the same thing all the time. But with Susan, it's like, oh, it's like it's a different story all the time, and it's like she's like so in love with it. So it's like, oh, I don't know how you want to go with that, you know. So it's like, just let me know.
Oh, I forgot one piece of news. It's not video game related, but it's Pokemon related. Ash.
Oh yes,
he's now officially the #1 trainer in the world.
Did you see it?
I didn't see the battle, but like I kind of know what happens towards the end. I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go.
I'm debating whether to watch it like subbed or dubbed. Because subbed, the music is different.
What?
You know,
really?
like I don't. Yeah. So like in the Pokemon X and Y show, in like one of the final battles between Ash and like his main rival, in the sub version, you know, you kind of get like a different theme playing as they're battling and all that, and then towards the end of the battle, you hear the Pokemon the opening for that show playing, and so like it's really really intense. But in the dub version, it's just music, and it just kind of gets intense, and I'm like, that's kind of lame. So like now I'm debating like, okay, the sub version has to be like just as good, right? You know? So I don't know.
Yeah, like I saw on Twitter one day. I woke up and I was like, "Oh, Ash!" Like he was trending on Twitter. And I was like, "What the fuck happened?" And yeah, he won the thing. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I saw like a clip, and it was towards the end of the fight with Charizard and Pikachu. I was like, "All right, whatever." And then Susan texted me. I was at work. She was like, "Oh my god, did you see the Ash one?" I was like, "Yeah, like I saw." And she was like, "Dude, you see how like all the Pokemon were telling Pikachu like, you know, like you can do it, you can finish the fight." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I didn't see shit." And so I get home and I was like, "Hey, show me the video," because I like what I saw. I didn't see any of that. And then I was watching it, and she was saying like, "Dude, I was crying at work," and I was like, "What do you mean?" Because what I did see from that clip was like it was like Pikachu won, and then they were like, "Yeah, you know, like all the Pokemon were like, yeah, you know, you did it." And I was like, "You were crying for that?" And then she showed me like it was like a whole fucking long clip, and I was like, "Oh, I did not see that. I know why you're fucking crying." All right, well, fuck it. Yeah, Pikachu did it finally. Level 100 Pikachu against a what level?
I know.
level fucking 60 Charizard. Come on, dude. But yeah, I was like, damn, dude, like fucking finally.
I know. The other thing though, I've got to complain about it is that, oh god. Okay, so in X and Y, people were really being hyped up about the fact that he might actually win the Pokemon League. You know,
in the show?
Like, yeah, in the show, like just something about it. People were kind of like, it's gonna happen. Like it's finally gonna happen. Because before that, though, people were kind of like, he's not gonna win it. He's not gonna win it. You know. And in the beginning of the show, we're like, he's not gonna win it. But then as the show progressed, you are like, oh my god, this is it. But he didn't. He lost it, and like, you know, me and I know some other people on the internet were kind of like, what the fuck? Like this was his chance. You know, it's like this is right.
That's the one when he. That's the one when he has like the starter, right? The ninja blue, the ninja water starter. Ninja.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, that was mad too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Sun and Moon came out, and then the animation style completely changed, and people were kind of like, "Oh, what is this? Like, what happened? What happened to my boy?" You know.
Hey, you know what?
And then that one,
honestly, with that animation change, I at first I was like, "This is weird," but then I was like, "Hey, you know what? Like, it's not that bad." Like the more it went along, no. I mean, I wasn't watching the show, but it was like the more I saw clips of it, I was like, hey, you know what? Like, it's a nice change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the animation was really cute, and the battles still looked really cool. It's just, I don't know, just something about Ash's design that kind of like,
you're like, I put that in a locked memory in my
Yeah, and then one reason why people were pissed off too is because in the Sun and Moon version they don't have a Pokemon League. In that one, they just go through these trials and you get these Z moves and all that. And so we're kind of like, is this the last time we're gonna see a Pokemon League like in the franchise? And like, you know, you ruined the chance. But then in the show though, they're like, hey, we're gonna start our first Pokemon League, and I'm like, he's gonna fucking win it, isn't he? And sure enough, he won it, and I'm like, come on, you had it earlier, like you just, if I don't know, I could be like overthinking it, but like it just kind of felt like they were overcorrecting on the last.
So he won that one, right?
Yeah, he won in the Sun and Moon.
Okay.
And then afterwards, it's Journeys, and then you see that he's trying to become the #1 trainer and all that. And so you kind of okay, I guess
that's what I thought it was weird too, because like when Susan sent me like they're like, oh, he finally won, and I was like I could have swore that he won a while back.
Mm-mm.
Which was the Sun and Moon one.
Yeah, Sun and Moon, he won the Pokemon League.
Yeah, so he won that one. So then what did he win on this one?
He became the #1 trainer in the world.
Oh,
literally, like.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be that than just win a league.
Yeah. No, I mean, still though, like that was always just the goal. It was the Pokemon League for like throughout the entire series, and so when it didn't happen in X and Y, everyone was kind of disappointed. And so with this, and then in Journeys, the current one, you know, in that one, he was going basically all around the world, back to the places that he's been to.
Oh, really?
And this is actually my one complaint in the show, is that they should have aged him up in this one.
Yeah,
like at least like 11 or 12, because
he's still 10
in the past ones. Yeah, he's still 10, and it's ridiculous too, because he goes back into the Sun and Moon place, and you know, at the end of that show, these two characters, they got married at the end of the show. And then when he comes back in Journeys, they have a kid. Like literally, like
what the hell?
The kid is right there, and you're kind of like, okay, so time has passed. How is he 10 years old?
You know why, right?
You know, and it's why?
Because in the last episode,
because it's a dream.
He's gonna wake up in a coma, and he imagined everything.
Oh my gosh! Imagine they did that like as a prank in the show, just kind of like
Pokemon don't exist.
Like, yeah. So that'd be kind of funny though too, if they did that like as a prank. Like he's, you know, you're replaying him winning the battle, and then he wakes up or something. And you're like, no, and then it's just,
dude, people are gonna be so fucking mad. Susan's gonna be fucking mad, dude. I can't have that in my household. Okay, I can't have my wife mad at a show, because then she's gonna get mad at me for no reason. She gets mad. I'm like, oh, go watch One Piece. Like, ooh, for what? It's a fucking filler episode right now. And I'm like, oh, geez, sorry. It's not my fault.
But yeah, it's just kind of getting it's finally catching up. He's been 10 years old for 20 something years or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I remember watching that show since like the beginning, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember when it came out on Netflix, I started rewatching them. I never like finished them throughout and all that. I think I kind of like really got into it during Battle Frontier, which is like I think fourth generation.
Mm.
That's when I really got into it. I remember watching it, the past ones
Yeah.
before that, but
Yeah, I
it
stopped
was
watching
Battle
it
Frontier
with
that I was like,
after the second generation. I stopped watching the anime, but I still kept playing the third and fourth generation. I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it. I was like, I'd rather just play the games and that's it.
mhm.
What's it called? What I do remember from the show was, oh, you know what I saw online? It was so funny. It was on Twitter. It was like, oh, like, don't let what was it? Don't let don't let Ash win the Pokemon League for the first time in 20 plus years. Let you forget that he never bought a bike for Misty. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's right. I was like, he still owes
Mhm.
her that bike.
Yeah, and I think that meme came up again when he became the world's best trainer. It's just like,
Oh yeah, with this one, the,
but
the, the
like,
one that just came out, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It was so funny, dude. I was like, geez,
yeah.
people don't let things go, man. Like, she doesn't need a bike. She's in the water all the time, anyways.
Hmm. But yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I've only been watching the dub ones. I don't think I watched the sub. Maybe not. Might as well just stick with the dub.
Sub all the way, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I love subbed animes all the time. It's just I started watching it dubbed. I'll stick to it. It's gonna take a lot longer,
That's how I am with
but whatever.
Have you ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
No.
It's a really good anime. You should check it out. It's pretty short, honestly. Probably like 40, 60 episodes. It could
Okay.
be like, it could be way less, honestly. But I grew up watching it in dub, and I tried watching it in
Mm.
Japanese, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I was like, I'll just watch it in dub.
No.
It's on Netflix. It's really good. You should check it out.
Okay. But yeah. Oh, one thing I'll bring up. They brought it up in Red Spotlight. Both Alexis they talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that the first gen is the best in the series and all that. And they found it blasphemy that the other ones could be better. I gotta say it. I'm sorry, but X and Y is the best one. It's just there's a lot of things about it. Animation wise, I loved Ash's story in this. He's always the underdog.
What are they talking
In
about?
the
The games
past
or the
seasons.
shows?
The shows.
The shows. Okay.
Yeah, just the shows. Data. I mean, I think they said they played it, but they mainly talked about the shows. But
And
with
you're
X and
talking
Y
about
though, like,
both Alexis, as in Alexis and Moreno?
yeah, Alexis Soda and Alexis Moreno.
Soto and Moreno. Okay,
Mhm.
I get Soto's perspective too, but then I don't. I discredit his
Mhm.
theme because has he watched more of Pokemon?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And your sister already doesn't get any credit because it's your sister in Pokemon. So no, they're not. These are not valid reasons.
Okay.
I agree with
But
them. I agree with them, but I don't at the same time.
yeah, I get you.
So it's
I
like,
get you. But I have seen all of them.
yeah,
I have
that's
seen
right.
all of them. And I say X and Y is the best one. And I'm not the only one that agrees with that. The biggest, well, I have other reasons, but the biggest reason for everyone else is because of the Ash's companion. I forgot her name. Fuck.
For where?
But
X and Y?
Ash's companion.
On X and Y?
Yeah. But the thing with Ash's companion though is that she had a crush on him, and the whole time she's
She's
like,
not.
she kind
Wasn't
of
she
like
like
was
a Pokemon or something like that?
no,
The one that the kiss on the stair?
yeah,
Oh, Susan had told me that's a Pokemon that he's kissing. I was like, what are you talking about?
what? No,
Alright,
Are you sure?
I guess I was wrong.
Was she confusing the movie?
I don't know.
I don't know if you remember it, the
Clement?
one with no
Bonnie, Serena?
Serena. Yeah, her. That one she had like a cute crush on Ash, and then like the entire series, there's moments where she kind of like wants to be alone with him and all that, just kind of like get to be together and all that. And then there was this, oh my gosh, I remember when the show came out. There was this the episode list came out, like the episode names came out,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was like Ash and Serena go on a date or something like that. Like that was the title, and people were freaking the fuck out when they saw that. I'm like, oh my god! And like they just kind of like spent the day together. She was shopping around because she's like a Pokemon performer or something like
Yeah.
that. And then at the end of the show, yeah, she gives him a kiss and all that, and people were like, oh my god, you know, just they really shipped it, and I ship it, but it was a good, it was fun.
Yeah.
And then she came back in Journeys,
Mm-hmm.
because again, like he's traveling all around the world, he's meeting some past friends and all that, and when people found out she was gonna come out. And again, people freaked out
Oh
again,
my
and
god.
just and then I saw nothing but analysis on the episode, and apparently, like the animators in that, like they, so she met Ash met her again at a dock, and like in the docks there are these like green lights and all that. He had to leave on the boat and all that, and apparently like the animators they purposely made the lights green and all that to represent. I don't know if you remember The Great Gatsby. You know how like he looks at the other side of the shore, and there's like a green light going there, like that's his goal. That's his like the like the love of his life is on the other side of the shore, basically. You know, that's always his goal. That's The Great Gatsby. And so when they purposely put like green lights on the dogs out there to be kind of represent that in a way that like their love is still there or something.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
god.
Dude, it was insane. Like just the analysis and people, the hype about it and all that, and just it was insane.
To be honest, I've never read or seen The Great Gatsby, so this reference, I was like, what? No, that's
Yeah,
cool though.
just
No, you know what? Like well, you mentioned the movie, and I don't know if it's a movie or not, but Susan mentioned that like the kiss, right? And she was like, oh, the thing is, like that's either Latios or Latias or some shit like in human
mhm.
form or some shit like that. So I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, that one happened in one of the movies with those
Oh,
two
okay.
Pokemon in it.
So that is a thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it was a thing. Although the show did reference one of the movies,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Mewtwo Strikes Back. Apparently, Ash meets that Mewtwo in the show, but I don't know if you remember. He doesn't remember what happened during that movie, so like he wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's Mewtwo and all that. But Mewtwo doesn't remember him, so I don't know if it was actually.
I don't think I ever saw Mewtwo
Um,
Strikes Back. Actually.
it's the first one.
Oh, really? That's what
Yeah,
it's called?
yeah.
Evolution. Oh, they remade it. That's okay. No, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Hmm.
okay. No, yeah, I've seen that movie. That movie's
Mhm.
awesome. One of the movies to watch.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
But yeah, that was the I think that was the biggest news of all. The Ash is finally the very best, like no one ever was. uh,
Well, there was Lance.
who's he?
Who's Lance?
Oh, is that the former?
You know who Lance is?
No.
Let me look it up. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the member of the Elite Four. The Elite Four. He's the final guy. He's a dragon type. He's a
Oh.
dragon type. Yeah, fuck that guy. Man, fuck that.
Uh,
Fuck him.
okay. What the
Yeah, he was a
heck?
dragon type. I think in oh shit. Yeah, he's a dragon type of like generation 1, 2, and 3. 1, 3, and 4. No, 1, 3, and 7.
Hmm.
But like, fuck him in generation 1, dude. Because he has a fucking dragonite.
Mm. But yeah, yeah, fucking 20 something years. It's finally done. Um,
Pack your bags. We're going home.
yeah. Honestly, I'm curious what they're gonna do next because like, what the fuck, like, where do you go from here and all that? And I think I have an idea what they
Well, I mean, the
they
simple
might
thing
do.
is just like, I mean, just continue the games. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, just
They're
continue
gonna
the
do
games,
that.
but there's this character, his new companion in Journeys. His name is Go, and his goal in life is to capture every single Pokemon in the world. and so I don't know if they want to continue that in the next series. Like we just follow him from now on, and I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. In that news and in the game, we went up out. We really went long on that one.
Yeah, fuck the game. Pokemon.
Yeah. It's all about Pokemon now.
I told you, dude. Like,
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
this was gonna happen. We always like backtrack. I mean, not backtrack. We
Yeah,
always
yeah.
go off sides, which is fine.
And no. When we hit the hour mark, I was like, "Hey, okay, cool. We got this."
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was
we
like,
hit
oh,
the
that's
hour
a
mark.
short episode.
Yeah, and but yeah, now we're here. But yeah, like we said, Pokemon, it's great. Go watch the show and go and play Infamous Second Set. It's great too.
It's awesome. Before we go though,
Mm.
since we're talking about Pokemon, I'm gonna just get it out of the way. What is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon? Oh, Lucario.
Oh, that's lame.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, if he's on the game, I gotta get him on my team. It's gotta happen.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, probably Lucario. Yours?
Dragonite. Gotta go
Nice.
with Dragonite.
Yeah.
After I saw
Yeah.
the first movie and there's like a mailman Dragonite, hands down favorite Pokemon. He's ugly as fuck,
Yeah.
but hey,
I was about to say
to
he was adorable.
Yeah, he's adorable. You know?
Yeah.
But nah, it's always been Dragonite. I don't know. After I think just because like, oh shit, like Dragonite, he's a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's it. Like
Yeah.
as a kid, ever since a kid, I was like, that's my favorite Pokemon. And I was like, he learns Ice Beam and Thunderbolt and all these other moves. No way. No, that's it. Dragonite for sure.
Yeah. I think another one that I like. I can't remember his name though. He was in Black and White. It was like that. It was a dragon type. You know, it has like kind of like these axe thingies on the side of his face.
Oh, he's like they're like gold, right, or something like that.
I think his body is kind of like, I don't know, like mustard color, kind of almost greenish too. I remember his first evolution. His first evolution is Axew, and I think his final evolution might be like Haxorus or something.
I'm
like
looking
that.
at it
I
right
can't
now.
remember.
It's not showing me the. I know what you're talking about. It's not showing me the name though.
Yeah, it's Haxorus. I don't know if you can see it through the camera.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Yeah, once you said it, like
Yeah,
he had like
yeah.
this thing coming out, I was like, oh, I know who you're talking about.
That one, I freaking loved that Pokemon when I played Black and White. That's so cool.
You know what? Black and White had like a really good Pokemon, like for like their types and like how strong they are. But that's when I fell off. Even season 2, like she never played Black and White, but I did buy her Black and White 2 or one of them, and she was like, "Oh, it's so good." And I was just like, "Sure." I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a soft spot for like dragon type Pokemons, just because they're fucking dragons and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then when Kingdra became a dragon, I was like, "That's dumb." Other than Dragonite, my favorite other dragon type though is it was recently too. What's his name? Drampa. He's from he looks like a stoner dude. I think he's from Sun and Moon.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
that's actually really cool.
I was like, I want him. But then the other one after that was the from Sword and Shield, Dragapult.
Dragapult. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked him just because
like
he had like the little torpedo missiles on his head.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want him. And that's it. That's how he was on my team on and Sword and Shield. I made Susan because I couldn't get him, but Susan was able to get him, so she had to give me her. She had to go catch him for me.
Nice. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, I think that is it for
Oh
today.
yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening, if you were listening. uh, and yeah, we'll try to be a bit more consistent later on. I was on vacation. I don't care.
Same here.
So
Not really though.
yeah, yeah. uh,
It's funny though because you
uh,
messaged me like, "Hey, we need to record this." Dude, I was gonna tell you the same thing.
yeah, because we just went way too long about it now. And so yeah, check us. I mean, mainly me. Check me out on the other podcasts. Red Spotlight. In Turn to Page again. I think I mentioned last time we haven't posted in a while. We're all busy, so
Holidays.
uh, yeah. But also check out Fantasy Fair. It's all Disney stuff with my sister Alexis and Kyle. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Again, thanks for listening. Bye bye.
Bye.